come with us today as we see the rest of the show and we see some of the meetups in the surrounding areas. We even show you one of the products that we bought while we were there. This is Jeep Mo. They did a great job restoring this old Jeep Commando. In part one we've seen the one that was unrestored. Well, here's what it looked like once they are. Then we went by the CTI trailer and watched them flex out a couple Jeeps. They really stretch them out and they give you a pretty good score. One thing nice is it's pretty universal depending on what you're doing. It gives you an honest score that you can keep up with as you build your Jeep.
Cranked up on 87.9. Don't forget 11 o'clock this morning. Every Jeep in here that's got a great sound system.
This Jeep scored pretty high on his CTI score. It's hard to get a super high score unless you've done a lot of mods or cutting on the Jeep. You can see he's got a pretty clean build here, and to get as high as he did was a fantastic build. There's been a lot of positive comments about this Jeep in our Facebook group, which is Jeeping Mo. So great job. So it's not just flex, he goes around and makes sure you're not pulling on brake lines, nothing is in a bind, you're not hitting anywhere. It's not just about how much the suspension flexes. If you listen to the Modern Jeeper podcast, this is Corey's Jeep, the Golden Spike. It's a pretty solid build. If you take a look at everything, this LJ has a lot of good components on it. Obviously all metal cloaked out. Love those 6-pack shocks. You hear a lot of good things about this on the podcast. You can tell he takes it out and goes wheeling with it. This is one of our favorite mods, our rock slide engineering steps. Granted, you may not be able to take them out and beat on them like a solid rail, but they're sure nice when you try to get up in a Jeep after a hard day. We've seen that rig on quite a few Bleepin' Jeeps YouTube videos. You can't miss that Jeep. It stands out in any crowd. Who doesn't want a Hemi in their Jeep? Probably the only people who don't are the ones who already have a Hellcat. This is a pretty sick build. So then I had to make a quick run up to Knoxville to pick up a hub. I had a hub that went out in my Jeep, and for a JL, hubs are like gold. There was one within 50 miles, and we changed it in O'Reilly's parking lot. So thanks O'Reilly's for the puller. That was my first time in Pigeon Forge. It was a beautiful area. Then we made our way to Quaker Steak and Lube. The night before they had a huge meetup and Jeep show. So we went over there to have some dinner and see who was already there. The parking lot wasn't as full the night before, but it was so dark the night before you couldn't really get any footage. These 3 Jeeps had won some awards at the Invasion. They were pretty sick builds also. Had some cool features on them. The music under this bypass was quite loud. So we finished up shooting here, and we wanted to get some more footage before it got dark out. So we left here and went over to Monster Mash Burgers, where they were having a big meetup. And then we got some pretty good footage of some custom Jeeps. Check it out. This was a pretty nice build saluting our combat veterans. You can't have enough of that. It's a good day when you can make a 37-inch tire look small. I thought this blacked out Gladiator was a pretty nice build. I'm starting to like those metal cloak fenders for the JL and JT. What do you think? This is the first time I've ever seen this front end on a YJ. I'd love for you to leave some comments on your thoughts on it. DCS had some pretty cool lights, like this replacement for the hood stops on a JL. There's actually I think it's a 1400 lumen light that's in the face of that thing. Nice. This Sport was running a set of 42-inch tires, beefed up front axle, running full CV joints. There was a lot of nice builds here, anything from a stock Jeep to something fully customized, all different models. It was a really nice meetup. We purchased this easy window with the show. It's for a soft top or window. It's a pretty clean install, pretty easy. It'll be our next video, so take a look at it. It'll be out next week. Pigeon Forge is a very beautiful area. It was a great show. Please take a look at some of our other videos and leave me some comments. Let me know what you think of them. Until next time, this is Jeeping Mo.